Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. This is another attempt of me trying to vlog, trying to put up a video for you guys. What's the plan for tonight? The plan for tonight is to find food for my stomach, and then that's two. But before that, we need to go for Maghrib Salah, and probably come back and plan a few videos and film a video. Am I going to film a video tonight? I don't know, but I want to plan a video and probably just do a video that has been long overdue, so that inshallah we get ourselves into this content creation thing. We get ourselves rolling with the videos and everything. So yeah, that's that. And then we also have dishes to do, and yeah. Anyways, karibu sana guys for this video. I don't know how long this video is gonna be, but it's going to be a vlog inshallah. I really don't like to, I don't know, waste a lot of time. So I've decided inshallah, I bought this kind of tuna like the other day. So I don't know if you can see that. But anyways, I bought this, and I have an avocado that I also bought the other day. I bought the avocados as a bunch of them, and I got like 9 avocados for like 100 shillings. I was just like, this is too much of a bargain. I'm not in any way, shape, or form like not getting this. So yeah. And then on top of that, alhamdulillah, I have also bread over here. So I just realized, when I was coming home from the hospital, I was just deciding on whatever I was going to eat, inshallah, and I realized that I had these buns. I bought these ones from the fires, and I'm gonna have these and like a tuna sandwich kind of thing. So it doesn't require me to cook, and it's very quick and easy. We don't really talk much about how life in your 20s is really, really stressful. MashaAllah, tabarakallah, look at how beautiful that avocado looks. MashaAllah. So, if you're a fan of Abu Turab, um, if you know him, just comment Abu Turab down below. But shout out to you, Abu Turab. I'm a huge fan of your videos, and I really like your content. MashaAllah, very beneficial, and you're such an empowering, like inspiring, I would say youth. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Allah يحفظك ويديم عليك كل النعم. But there's a video where he was cutting avocados, and like it was really, really fun to watch, because I was just like cringing all that time throughout. But it was really fun to watch, because it was like, guys, this is my first time cutting an avocado, and the way he was cutting it, subhanallah, like I can guess like everybody was cringing at how he was doing it. But you know, we love you either way. Like, بحبك في الله. So guys, from a closer look, this is how the avocado looks like. MashaAllah, it's really tastes good. Like, even this way on its own, it tastes really, really nice. And shout out to my friends Aden and Jeffers for introducing me to avocados. I used to eat avocados. I used to drink avocados before joining uni, but I remember in my second semester in med school, like in my first year, is when like one of my friends invited me for lunch, and then they offered me avocado to eat with rice, and I was like, yo, are you being serious? And then I tried it, and then I was like, by the time I was finishing fourth year, I would say I was like a huge avocado fan, and I would eat avocados with literally anything, not with chapatis, not with mandazi, not with rice, like literally anything, you guys. And this is how it like looks really mushy, but like I like it that way. I'm just gonna add in a little bit of spices. I'm gonna add in a little bit of black pepper, and a little bit of paprika as well, a tiny pinch of salt. I'm gonna cut this into half and lay over like our mixture. So that's a quick and really easy dinner that I'm gonna have. I don't know how I'm gonna eat that, but and then this other one, we're just gonna like cut it so that at least to, the Swahili in me is dying to like chocha with. I wish I had something like a toaster where I could toast this one, because I know that they would go really, really well with the tuna. But yeah, that's like dinner for tonight. instead of adding salt, actually, I add this bumbo sauce from the Indomie packet, and then when time comes to eat that Indomie and know how to sort myself out, will it really ever be a vlog without me like sitting down and waffling something? I don't really know. You know, but here we are. Time to like waffle, and I've been waffling the entire video, but then this is like the official waffle of this video. And what I want to say is that I think I might have earlier mentioned this in the vlog, but then and now let's try and give it depth to whatever I was meaning. Like, was it being in your 20's is scary, is tiring, is exciting, is a lot of things. I know we spoke about the shift in perspective in the other video. If you haven't watched it, kindly go and watch it. But then I would say from like subhanallah, in your 20's, you're expected to work as hard as you can, be the best version of yourself, at least try and build that best version of yourself. Make friends, make meaningful connections, get something for yourself, do something like educate yourself, finish school, I don't know, get a job, I don't know, do this, do that, do 100 gazillion of things, take care of your health, because during that period as well, if you don't take care of your health, it translates later on in your 40's, in your 60's, huko, subhanallah. And also, the other thing is that you're also supposed to live life. You know, you're supposed to live life and live your life to the fullest and try and enjoy this moment, because in your 30's, in your 40's, in your 50's, life isn't going to be the same as it is right now. You're probably going to have more responsibilities, you're going to probably have less time. So what I've come to like conclude from my own like current experiences, and I'm not saying like I've experienced enough, like I'm still continuing to experience these things, and the whole reason why I'm sitting down right here right now to talk about this thing is because of how much it is affecting me, and like how much I don't realize sometimes it's part of my day-to-day life. Like I constantly think about it so much, and then up to the point like now I'm just like, wow, I don't really think about that a lot, you know? Like you really want to do the most, you really want to be the best version of yourself, and then you're also thinking يعني إلى حديث يا متوم صلى الله عليه وسلم يسمى اغتنم خمسا خمس قبل خمس يعني, and one of them you're supposed to take advantage of five things over before five things happen to you, and one of them is شبابك قبل هرمك يعني, you're supposed to take advantage of your youth before you become an old person, where you're not supposed to do, you can't, not supposed, but some of the things that you used to do in your youth you cannot do them anymore. So what I've come to conclude from my own, like I would say, experimenting, not really experimenting, but to say observing people and like the content I consume, the people I watch online and the videos I watch, the podcasts I listen to, and so many other things, like learning from the ahadith and also like pondering and reflecting upon the Quran, is that the people who will divide themselves. Okay, this necessarily is not from nusus, but like it's from like whatever I'm watching. And I'd say like people are divided into like two. There are those who are like grind, like grinding, you know, like I'm all into it, like I'm pouring myself into it, like I'm working mazia, I'm chasing the bag and I want to build myself, I just want to do this, you know, and like 100% immersing yourself. That's group A. And the other group is that, oh, this is my 20's, I need to live life, you know, I just want to go out there, party, I just want to go out there and live life, you know, like go travel, I don't know, experience this, experience that. While as long as it is halal, there's no black and white as to how you can do it, guys. So اللي يميل عليه النفس, what my own understanding and like my own opinion on this matter, or like how I'm choosing to approach it, is that I know that there is a point, like at the back of my head, the word that's ringing on right now is balance, 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 balance. But hasha wakal, it's almost impossible to be able to balance these two things. I don't know, actually living your life to the fullest, living experiences, having the experiences, and at the same time, I don't know, working so hard, doing all the best that you can, working on yourself, working on your ideas, working on your programs, working on your education, working on so many other things to just build yourself, not only socially, economically, financially, emotionally. It's practically impossible to balance these two things. What I'm trying to say is that yes, I do think about balance most of the time, but then the real idea comes in is that we really cannot achieve balance. And there are seasons in your life where you're going to be more towards, living in the experiences, and then there are other periods where you'll just be like into it and like doing it and everything. I'll give you guys an example. Um, as we speak right now, I am done with 4 rotations in my internship, and I'm supposed to do 5. So I'm in my last rotation of my internship. Allahumma lak alhamd. And I can tell you, life has been it over this past, like, close to 10 months that have passed. Subhanallah, life has been it. Because unbelievable. Unbelievable the amount of time I've spent in the hospital. Unbelievable the amount of time I've spent at home, because we even have a joke amongst ourselves that we just come at home to peep, oh, is everything there? And then we're back at the hospital. I give this story if you are a very close friend of mine, or like a very close family member, you know about this. Like, there's this weekend where, like, I went into the hospital Saturday 8 a.m., and then I left the hospital at around Sunday, the following day, at around 6 p.m. Like, yeah. So, and in between, all through, like, I had like 3 hours of sleep, and that was it. Like, that's how much life has been taken from me during this internship. And this is just this is it's I recall that vividly because it was on a weekend, but it was the same way on like Tuesdays, I don't know, Wednesdays. Like, we were doing a call every other day, which means every other day you're like in the hospital. Basically, you just come at home, and like what I've said, like, jokingly, you just come and peep, is everything there? Is everything okay? Is, like, is my bed there? And then you're back at the hospital, back like you never left. So it's hard to say that there is a form of balance. It's really not achievable, at least from my own understanding. And what I'm learning from this whole process is that when you find yourself in an opportunity to grind, go all in. You're in an opportunity where, like, you have an opportunity and it takes so much. Like, you need to first recognize this is an opportunity for me to do abcd, let me do it. And then you need to realize that this is an opportunity for me to travel, this is an opportunity for me to experience life this way, then do it. The other thing that I came to realize that is sort of helping me with all this navigation and everything is the idea that, you know this time period is going to be stressful. But in your 20s, life is going to be it. Like, it's going to be, you're going to have good moments, you're going to have bad moments, you're going to have worst days of your life. I believe so in this time period. And because where you want to take care, you want to learn about finances, where you want to learn about your religion, where you want to learn about medicine, where you want to learn about, like, improve yourself in terms of socially, in terms of emotionally. You want also to grow yourself physically. You want to do this thing, you want to do that, you want to do that. Subhanallah, and we just have 24 hours in a day, guys. So um one way that I've sort of like I'm trying to put myself into that system, and I've been having it, alhamdulillah, since kitambo. It's something that um I think goal setting and having to set priorities in your life is one easy way to sort of, I would say, clear the ambiguousness and clear the ambiguity of everything. Because if you have everything, for example, fikiria mchele, or fikiria maharagwe, fikiria nafaka, any type of cereal that is to be used directly from the farm. What happens first? Wamwona mtu amekaa na mchele wake, amekaa na pojo zake, yozidondoa. You try and sieve out whatever is pojo and whatever is just not pojo. You try and save out what is important and what isn't. So I think it's important that if you haven't really done this in your life, or like if you've been doing it, then keep on doing it. And because it's something I understand, the priorities keep on changing. The same priorities I had last year are not the same priorities I have this year. You know, things might have changed, maybe not a lot. Maybe number one came to number three, maybe number three went all the way to number six. But at least have those priorities and know that in my life, this is what I want to focus on, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to look forward to, and this is what I want my life to sort of look like. And then from that, you can ask yourself simple questions. Like, for example, لو مت اليوم, if I die today, what would be the one single thing I want to have done, for example? Like, what if I'm sitting down 40 years down the line? What is the one single thing I want to be proud of myself for doing it, you know? And I know this can be a lot. It can be a lot. It's a very, it could be a triggering question for some people, and you know, it's overwhelming in itself. But try and have this conversation, at least if not with yourself, at least have them with your friends, a very close friends, and have them with your like family members or like people you trust, and just ask yourself, like, what is it that I want to do, like, with my life? And then from there, you can just do it from a piece of paper. You can just maybe entertain the thoughts before, maybe you try and transfer those thoughts to somewhere tangible, somewhere physical. So this is me promoting my planner. But then the whole reason why I promote the whole idea of having a planner is because of such kind of issues. You know, if you're like in my close circle, you know that every single time we have conversations, I try and bring out like the question of like yes, you have goals, but what exactly do you want to do with your life? Because I tell my friends, I tell my people, like, in in as much as we have a lot of goals, we have a lot of ambitions, we have a lot of things that we want to do in our lives. If you don't speak it out, if you don't necessarily, like, I would say, put it down, for instance, on paper, you don't have to do that. But if you don't, in some form of way, bring the idea out of your head, either to your mouth, as close as to your mouth, or like to a piece of paper, to a document that you're going to type somewhere, tell a friend, tell somebody. As long as you don't do that, it still remains in here. And it's one step that you're going to get yourself closer to clearing the ambiguity. Why? Because if you realize that this is something I want to do, or like I want to focus on ABCD on my life, I think, like, from that you can ask yourself the question, like, okay, what is it right now that I can do that can promote, or like is leading me towards that particular thing, or like it's leading me towards achieving that goal 40 years down the line? And then from that, you can probably maybe not find something exactly that you're going to do. For instance, if it's like, maybe if I want to own a house, for instance, maybe you don't have the finances at that particular point, but then you ask yourself, then if I don't have the finances, I know I need the finances, but then what can I do right now to have the finances that later on can add on, or like can facilitate me having a house, or building house, or doing ABCD? And then you translate that into actionable things that you can actually do at this particular moment and do them. That's why I highly, highly, highly emphasize, like, if the least possible of all things, Maze, you can do to yourself. Like, if you really, really are serious about your life, I know this is coming off a bit too harsh or like whatever, but if you're even at a 5% chance, or like at a 5% level of you being serious with your life, you at least need to get to do this. Like, at some point, you just set your priorities, and from those priorities determine your actions. Because you can't say that I want to know, I want to memorize Arba'un al-Nawawi, but then at this particular point, yani, if it's not something that you even know you want to do, how are you going to just say, oh, I want to learn my religion, I want to learn my religion? Of course, everybody wants to know their religion, but if the goal isn't there, if it's not like put into a sentence, put into an idea, put into something, it will just exist as ambiguous as it is. So a lot of waffling, guys, a lot of waffling, but at least, I'm just saying, at least the least amount of things you can just, the least thing you can do to yourself is just sit down, ask yourself these thought-provoking questions, like, what do I want to do with my life? Like, what are my priorities? What do I want to achieve? Blah, 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 blah. Find those things, write them down, transfer them to your mouth, say them, speak them, open up a document, write it up, type it up, have a planner, document these things. And the beauty is that with these things, if you have a planner, for example, you keep the planner to yourself and nobody else would literally, okay, they can have access to it, but then it's a place where you have these recordings and you have a place where like you can go back and see like, okay, this is what I set as my priorities, and I transferred this to-do list to be able to look like ABCD, like this, like this, like this, and maybe take action from there on. And it's just a pushing step for you and for the rest of, or maybe your remaining life, inshallah. Subhanallah, I was supposed to be folding clothes while doing all that, but then can I multitask? No. Anyway, guys, so this video has probably been extra long, and I think we can end it from here. We can try and reflect upon whatever we've just shared, and I would really, really, really like to hear from you guys in the comment section. Like, for those of you in your 20s, I know for the ones like who are 18-year-olds, 19, 20, you just, they're there, you could be there. School is taking the most out of your time and everything. So your primary focus is like passing exams and everything. But I'd really like to hear from you guys, like, what are your thoughts on this thing? What are your thoughts on everything that's happening and like the ambiguity and everything? I'll just like to hear from you guys. And like, for those of you who are like in your late 20s, early 30s, anybody from any age, like, just try and comment and see, like, let's keep the conversation going on like this time period and everything that we're going through, and what your perspective is. Like, what do you think about it? Like, what are you doing? Is there anything that you want to share? Put them in the comment section down below. And yeah, that's it from my end. Alhamdulillah, today I got to do my laundry. These are my scrub tops and my scrub pants. So yeah. Anyways, uh, I want to say كل عام وأنتم بخير. I don't know why, but كل عام وأنتم بخير. مع السلامة يا جماعة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys inshallah in the next video. Hopefully soon بإذن الله. So مع السلامة. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.